So what's up everybody, it's me, True Star Screamer, and we're here with a Mythic Legions review now. Been doing a lot of the Cosmics now, so let's talk the Mythics. This is Gasspar the Unamused. It was a re-release. This was originally done as a 2-pack from Legionscon, which of course was kind of before I got into Legions. They had a good sale. I picked this guy up. I think he is still available on Store Horseman. Their lovely repackaging card, not much to talk about on there. Apparently this guy is based off one of the Store 4 Horsemen crew, which is pretty damn cool. The 2-pack originally had some additional accessories that this one doesn't have, mostly a pair of dwarf legs and a dwarf head. I can live without that. I got him because Jay Hernandez did a really cool photo set with him, doing a custom, turning him into an Earth Paladin, which I thought is kind of neat. But let me see. I can't wait to get my hands on this guy, to be honest. So let's get him out of the package and see how, again, if this is worth continuing down the whole Legion's journey. So far, with the exception of that one Cosmic, I've been pretty happy. I've had some fun messing around with Gasspar here, and he left me quite amused. There is some very neat things going with this. This guy is a monk, and they gave the Horseman designed some neat stuff with him. And honestly, I kind of hope we get more monks now. There's obviously some reuse, but the way they reuse things were very, very neat. And at the same time, he also just has some neat parts in general. So even if you don't like him as he is, of course you can pop and play and just do more cool things. In general, like I said, we've got this like sash robe, not quite robe here. This is wired, so you get not the strongest, but it does make it look like you can get some breeze in the wind. Same with the ones on his legs here, but that is just, you know, got kind of that whole, you know, Dalai Lama look to it, which I think is very neat. He has prayer beads, which these are the same ones that came with the Sun Wukong figure. We've got wraps on both the arms and the legs. I don't know enough stuff to know where these have come from, but obviously they've been around. He's got a little loincloth here. That's probably been used in other colors. I think I saw some of the Skeleton Legions, which I've got actually as well. Articulation is rudimentary, but they work. Again, single jointed elbows give us that 90 degrees. Not too much to go on here. No ab crunch, but I do want to point out that his head does have a disc swivel. So that allows him to look down and to look up, which is nice. So when you do take advantage of that little ab crunch, you can kind of get more of a quite predatory look to it. Single jointed knees, just about 90, and a decent ankle pivot. Now, what's also neat is his accessories. We do, for the actual body down here, we've got a belt that's got 2 weapon holsters, a nice little loose belt between, and again, we got the soft goods down here. And he also he takes a good imposing stance, which is nice. And then, like I mentioned before, we got some really neat accessories. One, little slew of hands. We've got fists and some gesturing hands, so with him being a monk, we can get some cool kung fu poses. We do get this staff, which is the same one that came with that last Cosmic Legions I just reviewed. I can't remember her name, but we'll make sure we put a card on there or just look through my history, and you'll see her. Get back here. We get an alternative human head. Very nice. Quite wizened. Almost a Santa Claus-esque sage-ish. So if you don't want to have the half orc here, you can absolutely have a human. And then finally we get a pair of nunchucks. And this is cool. I was watching a couple reviews about this. This is actually 2 flail handles that they just put the chain on both of them. And that's pretty neat. So as of right now, I guess this accessory is unique to Gasspar here. And that is actually very cool. Let's kind of... Oh, almost forgot. And finally, he gets a little doll. I guess this is because he's an action figure collector. I don't know, but I think that is kind of cute. It has no articulation. It's a slug, but it is well painted. Probably can have him hold it in one of these gesturing hands. So I look forward to doing some plugging, playing, and kind of see how what kind of neat poses we can get out of this guy. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is really cool. I've got two slight criticisms for this on their design. I would have really liked to have had the vertical hinge on these hands, especially for doing the nunchuck stances. I just think that would probably give it a little more flexibility. Plus, maybe one or two more chain links on here. I can't actually have them do any transition poses with it. But this is pretty neat. Again, when I saw Jay Hernandez's picture in the Cabal with his Paladin, he had him in a wide stance like this, and this, especially with this the hip skirts here, absolutely sells it. This is neat, but this just kind of gives him some fury, I'll have to say. Like, yeah, I've watched a lot of the fighting animes, and there was one called Flame of Rekka, where there was a neat guy who, as he puts it, he would say Buddha would forgive 3 times. Basically, you get 3 strikes on him, and the guy would buff up. And this is what reminds me of him. Like, this guy would be like, calm, cool, until it gets to that point, and then it's just like, get the F out of the way. That took a lot of fighting, but that was totally worth it. So, I kind of got like this, like some like mid, not quite kata, but doing some mid form, whatever, as if he's doing the move, or even a kind of strike move with it. I went with the wizened beard on there, because that just seems, a bow is a much more passive weapon in a way, and I like this a lot. The fact I can get him balanced makes me very happy, and this is just neat. I could, bring this down here, make it more like if I had like a stand, have him do like a flying kick, a rider kick on there. But this is, yeah, I am very, very, very pleased with what I can do with this figure. I guess I switched the hand on here, kind of give him the whole stroke the beard. He's wizened, kind of giving the sagely advice. Here, straighten him up a little on here. And yeah, this is cool. Do want to point out on the back, of course, we have the usual ports on here, so you can put a pauldron on there if you wanted, or some kind of back weapon. I think it'd be kind of interesting if you put maybe some, I don't know how wings would work on him, or even just how a loose pauldron would go. Let me go see what I can find and kind of add to this just a little. So all I did was I put the pauldron of Ramulus on there. And I don't know why, but it completely changed the feel of him from being this passive-aggressive monk, just having that little bit of armor. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Just gave him a different vibe. Now, this now doesn't look like a monk. This looks like a guy, this looks like a leader who is about to lay some righteous vengeance on someone. I don't know. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. I'm smiling from behind the camera here. This was absolutely a very fun purchase for such a simple figure. Again, the details on here are great. I mean, the abs are carved great. You got just a good body buck right here. So even if you don't want the monk per se, you've got so many neat custom fodder pieces on here that this is just a fun figure to have. I don't know how I'd be crossing this guy with some cosmic stuff. I'm already kind of planning in my head how I want to do that, and it's neat. Is it dumb that I almost want to buy? I mean, again, this is the whole Mythic Legion thing. You buy multiple figures to get the multiple parts to make the multiple things. Okay. Well, nitpicking because I can. That is painted really well. This could have used a little more of a wash. And I can do that myself, obviously, but the fact I'm seeing a wash on there, I could have gotten some washing on these bracers. There you go. There is my nitpick right there. I can do it. I can be objective, I swear. And this is why I'm buying these figures. They look good, they pose up well, they feel solid, and even if you don't follow their own mythos per se, they have this air about them. So yeah, you'll probably see me at Legionscon this year. I've been showing my wife, she actually been enjoying them, and I picked this guy up at the Store Horseman, so you could probably still pick him up there. He was at a pretty solid price. But let me know your thoughts down below. Did you get him? Am I talking out my keister? Are you guys tired of seeing these reviews? Should I get back to the more traditional 1/12? Let me know down below. If you're liking these, let me know. If you like this video, give it a like. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We are trying to build up this channel. And I think I might be doing another state of the channel address, so just trying to figure out what more things I can do to help you guys out, to entertain you, to keep you guys coming back. So let me know down below what you guys would like to see here. Again, if you want more Mythics, if you want more Cosmics, if you want more Independence, just tell me. I got too many boxes in here, and opening them up and talking about them for you guys is what I love to do. But, as always, until next time, take care. Peace.